Well, the victim says that she's still worried about her safety after the beating in this Deep Ellum parking lot because that suspect is still free. We are only showing still shots of that video because it was quite brutal. Tonight, there is debate about the timing of these new charges. Demonstrators took to the street in Deep Ellum to protest the lenient misdemeanor charge and the low $2,000 bond for suspect Austin Sheffield. He held a gun during the attack on victim D.Lee, but was only charged today for carrying it without a permit. Police also referred a felony aggravated assault charge to prosecutors.
They had the video evidence, the gun evidence, the lack of a CHL. They had all that information the night that this happened.
I need the media and the community to understand that this is a three-step process.
Chief Renee Hall says investigators needed time to review all the initial evidence, then send it to prosecutors.
We owe it to our community. We owe it to the individuals that are accused of these crimes and or victims of these crimes to give them a thorough investigation, and that is what we did.
The victim said she was afraid Sheffield would come after her again.
It's always on my mind. I'm scared. I don't know who's following me, who's behind me, who is watching me.
Now it may be tough to find him to be rearrested on the new charges. A neighbor at the Dallas apartment on his driver's license address said he has just moved. The landlord told us he did not know where to find him. Now, his new charges could call for a higher bond.
It should be an additional charge and maybe an ankle monitor so that people know where he is. And that would give my client, of course, a great deal of more comfort.
The lawyer says that DA John Crusoe personally wants to interview the victim. That has not happened yet. Then a grand jury will review the felony aggravated assault charge. Meanwhile, the lawyer says that he is planning a gathering of men here in this parking lot tonight to combat violence against women. Reporting live in Dallas, Ken Kaltoff, NBC5.
What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. As y'all can see, this is an update video on that punk ass Austin Sheffield. His charges was upgraded to a felony, and I am very glad, for that at least, So yeah, he's getting what he deserved, and it's a good thing, they didn't, let him get away with it. That Renee Hall, that police chief, whatever she is, the jury is still out on her in my book because I know that she was involved in another high-profile case, that happened to one of our people, back here. What was it? I can't remember exactly what case it was, but I know she was involved in it. And it's something she was dragging her feet about doing. I do remember that, So it looked like it could have been another one of them situations in this case. But thanks to the people, pushing for justice, against that bastard who jumped this woman, walked up on her with a gun. Now, what I want them to do, basically, run his ass through the ringer, take that gun permit from his ass, or did they say he had a gun permit? I don't think he did, But anyway, after y'all run him through the ringer, turn him loose back into society. Let us know when you do. That's what I want, more so than anything. Let's get into the story a little bit. A white Texas bartender accused of knocking a black woman unconscious after calling her a stupid N-word is back in jail 1 week after the attack, authorities said Friday. Austin Sheffield, 30, was booked into Dallas County Jail on Friday morning on a felony unlicensed weapon charge and is facing a newly upgraded felony assault charge that must still be reviewed by a grand jury. So I guess the gun wasn't legal, He's walking his punk ass around with what looks like it could have been something like a 9mm maybe, pulling it on unarmed women. Biggest punk, I'm telling you. Biggest faggot walking. Dallas police say Sheffield brutally beat up and yelled racial slurs at El Dejanique. I guess I'm pronouncing your name right, lady. Forgive me if I'm not. Okay, El Dejanique, Lee in Deep Ellum last Thursday in an incident following a parking dispute that has captured local and national attention. Video from the scenes shows Sheffield savagely punching Lee at least 5 times. Sheffield was arrested minutes later and was released on bail the next day on 2 misdemeanor charges following a week of protests and rallies. Law enforcement officials announced Thursday they upgraded the recommended charges to the district attorney's office to include aggravated assault. They should have did that in the first place. You see, what I'm thinking is that if the people hadn't stepped up and said, he needs to get, a lot deeper charges than what, y'all gave him, they never would have even done it. See? He would have walked, would have paid a little misdemeanor fine and been on his merry way. And like that lawyer said, they had to know all these things in the first place. They knew when they arrested him, he didn't have a gun permit. That tells you right there what their intentions was. We are just pleased the police added the new charges so quickly because this event speaks to more than one horrible incident. It speaks to the culture in Deep Ellum. Her attorney, civil rights activist Lee Merritt told the Daily Beast on Friday. In this community, the culture against black women specifically is unacceptable, and we plan to fight until the end. The culture against black people, period. It's just not women, it's black people, period. And I'm gonna say this. We as people are accepting too much debauchery, too much injustice when it comes down to certain situations. I was watching a brother's video. Matter of fact, that's why I found out that this punk was upgraded. The charges was upgraded. Where he was in Dallas walking or whatever, and some little punk, little white racist wannabes, pulled up on him in an SUV, asking him questions and stuff like that. And he got the feeling like they wanted to jump, but they pulled off, didn't they stop? And he said he was ready and everything, but they kept going. See, my thing is this. Black people need to stop wanting to regulate on one another and begin to start regulating on those who try to regulate on them that's of the opposite race. See, now that's only right. Sheffield allegedly called Lee a cokehead and that she was a stupid nigger. That's what it was. Merritt previously told the Daily Beast. To get away from him, she jumped on the curb to go toward the parking lot, and he followed her to where she parked her car, continuing to harass her. In the video, Sheffield is then seen slapping the phone out of the 24-year-old's hand before lunging toward her and punching her at least 5 times with a closed fist. Lee's body is seen doubling over after the first punch. She's a woman. She was going to do that. She was hit by what was supposed to be a man, but he against another man, a real man, he couldn't have did that. I wish I could have been there and walked up on his bitch ass doing that. If he ain't had that gun, I bet you money. They would have seen me beating his ass. I bet you money. One hit Charlie. One arm Charlie. He wouldn't have last a good 2 or 3 seconds with me. I can assure you that. I would have loved to beat the shit out of him. Still want to, tell you the truth. See? Miss Lee is still seeking additional hate crime charges against Sheffield, and we intend to file a civil rights lawsuit. But the new charges have definitely given her peace of mind knowing her attacker will soon be off the streets, Merritt said. Yeah, sue his punk ass for whatever what little he do have. Take that. See, the felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charges has been referred to the Dallas District Attorney's Office and a county grand jury, which will now decide whether to indict Sheffield. Police said the two new felonies would be in addition to the bodily injury interfering with an emergency call and public intoxication misdemeanor charges the 30-year-old was originally hit with last week. The investigation is ongoing, but we plan to move quickly, the district attorney's spokesperson said. Yeah, it shouldn't even come down to rather if the district attorney, y'all see what you need to do. You need to do it. And the people, I urge the people there in Dallas, stay on their ass. Don't let up until they do what they supposed to do. See? The investigation is ongoing, but we plan to move quickly to district attorney. Okay, spokesman said. Merritt said the community is confident following the district attorney's investigation that hate crime charges will be added. In the meantime, the 24-year-old is taking self-defense classes and is in the process of being able to legal own a handgun. She never wants to be a victim again, her attorney said. The 30-year-old, who was fired from his job at High and Tight Barbershop after the video went viral, did not immediately respond to the Daily Beast request for comment, and it's not clear if he has an attorney. I won't even represent him myself. He don't deserve an attorney. Any attorney that will represent him is a lowlife, and y'all fighting a losing uphill battle. You see what I mean? Because all the evidence is right there on video. Right there on video. See? Yep. I'm glad that I ran across this, the brother that, shout out to him. I can't remember his name. But, yeah, I'm glad, I ran across, his video showing that, that they upgraded the charges on that punk. But I still urge, sisters out there, don't be traveling by yourself at all times of the morning, too. And like she's doing, y'all take some self-defense, or whatever, learn how to get down and strap up, legally. Same thing for our brothers. Us as a people in general, okay? We need to stand together as a people and fight injustice. Truly fight injustice. You need to stand together as a people and do that. You got these little pigskin, little wannabe, and I'm talking to racist white people. Them the ones I call pigskins. I don't call them rednecks. I call them pigskins. You know what I mean? I'm talking to them. Now, if you ain't no racist, then you shouldn't be offended at what I say. For those of you who happen to be white, I'm talking to the racist ones of you. If you want to talk about, well, you're generalizing, no, you go talk to them ones that generalize black people every day. Don't come to me, period, on this page. Don't get offended. You know what I'm saying? If you're not racist, this don't apply to you. See? But what I'm saying to black people, fight. Fight. Stick together and fight. Stick together and fight. Don't tolerate this bull. Don't tolerate it. Stick together and fight. Because that's what it's all about. See? Because if they don't start no shit, it won't be no shit, right? That's the way it worked. That's what I came up on. So, y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And this is James, and I'm out. Peace.